Hey guys, Lewis here. Welcome back to another episode of West of Loathing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We need to make meat, lots of it. So we're just gonna wander around and see what we can find. You spot a small cottage on the horizon with what looks like a work table in front of it. We discovered Silversmith's house. Go there now. Silversmith's house? What do you say? A bench and human tools for looking at. This looks like gear for making bullets. Oh, bullets are things to making? Weird. Huh? Well, yeah, somebody has to make them. Where did you think they came from? Thinking they are gun eggs. Oh, Gary, don't change. Dang it. The sign says silver bullet making apparatus. Help yourself. Help yourself? The workbench has a little burner and a crucible for melting silver things and some bullet molds. Seems pretty straightforward. There's also a vise so you could smash silver bullets into needles if you wanted to. Ooh. Silver cufflinks, silver pocket watch. I can make 3 bullets, or 5 bullets. Okay, so that's what I do with the silver items. Here's the thing though. Do I want to do that? You know what? I'm gonna leave that now. I can always come back here and make the conversion if I have to. The door is locked. Pick the needle. The door is locked. Pick the lock. Nothing in the window. Sure. Alright, we're in. How'd you get in so fast, Gary? Hello? Nobody home? Nope. And from all that dust, it looks like they've been gone a while. Nice. So things for us being? Whatever isn't nailed down, I figure. Table here. There's a note on the safe reading, I forgot the darn combination to this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Looks like a tricky one. Crack the safe. Requires safe cracking free. I don't have safe cracking, I have lock picking. This shelf looks pretty picked over. Well, let's take a look. You find a couple things that still look edible. You got instant grits and plum pudding. If you got enough grit, you don't even need to add water. Increases your muscle by 3 for the rest of the day. Increases muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1 for the rest of the day. They call this plum pudding because it's made of goat milk extracted from plump udders. Excellent. Hey books. This bookshelf contains 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it though. It's too neatly organized. Like maybe the guy was hiding something. I need moxie. What am I at actually? I am at 9 moxie. Damn, 1 point off. Twin bed. Silversmith must have been a bachelor or half-witted guy with a half-witted spout. Spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What? Really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough, but it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk out to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. Look, I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan! Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your own way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it's definitely a spittoon, and it's definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me. This is literally Stanley Parable. Bite me. Oh, good God. Okay. You plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you're choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth? That metallic tang by the root of your tongue like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. You got a revolting brooch. This brooch would be much smaller if it weren't for the thick layer of tarnish and dried tobacco spit. Item goes on your lapel. +2 muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Maybe I will, so there. Oh, if that's the case, I could probably boost up my stats enough. Let's see. This only gives me an armor. I'd rather take stats over armor. Yeah, now I have enough moxie. Search for secrets. Tucked behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Plater. Silver Platter? Silver Plater. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of the shop, might come in handy. Let's hit the road, Gary. I think we've gotten everything we can for now except for this safe, so we'll have to come back for this. I'll just have to remember when we get safe cracking. Let's wander. You spot an old mine on the horizon. Abandoned mines are safe and fun to explore. You discovered Snake Pit Mine. Go there now. Look, that's all the way over there. How did we discover it? Oh, Gary has something for me. What the hell is this? It's an exposed meat vein. Why is there just an exposed meat vein in the ground like that? It's a little disturbing. Alright. Hello, Gary. Oh, Gary knowing a thing to see. Oh yeah? What is it? A gigantic poop. What? Yeah, what? Taller than Gary. You discovered a new map location, Big Apple. Okay. Okay, okie dokie. Gary. You look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Ask Gary to explain it to you. Explain it to Gary. What? Alright, let's have Gary explain it to me. Hey Gary, do you know how any of this stuff works? Oh, no, Gary doesn't know that. Well, okay then. Oh, well, let me explain it to you. Hey Gary, what? Just wanted to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So, this first machine here, this is an automatic shale bifurcator, fracturer, smelter. Fracturer. Gary stares at you blankly. Move on to the next machine. And this thing over here, this thing is used to extract hard pirate, carbide, gold, mixed deposit, and then bore it, measure it, and divide it, Gary size. Keep going. And this third machine, this is a black ash liquefier, an igneous mud grinder, a metamorphic dust crusher. A black ash liquefier. Backfill into loose sandstone, meat into ferrous slag, rubble into seismic fuel. Rubble into seismic fuel? You got Mine Splainer. Gary grins. Now to finishing? Yes. Oh, wait. What did I get? Exactly. That's what I want to know. Mine Splainer. You're a real expert. You'll gain XP when you interact with mining stuff. You sure do think you know a lot about mining. Oh, I love this game. Oh, a digging hole. Quite big. A lot of digging must be. Do goblins mine for metal? Some. Not much. Not like humans digging it all up. But metal is full of many uses. Hitting with hammer, making better hammer. Sure. What is it? It's a coffee cactus. God, I need desert foraging. Anything over here? Nope. Alright. Snake Pit Mine, inside. How am I skating around? You see a snake coiled up in the little hole. Pull it out and punch it. Pull it out! Whoa, these jerks are quick. No, Gary! Oh, Gary rank 2. Ooh, it just whipped on him too. Alright, get beefy. Charge! Wow. Nice work dispatching that snake. 10 XP, 39 meat. You got yourself some coal snake skin. Put it on your hat to add +3 moxie. Huh. You know what? Why not? You put the coal snake skin on your hat, making it slightly blacker than it was before, at least in the area right above the brim. Ooh, cool. Cart is overflowing with rubble. Dig through it. 62 meat. Mine splaining bonus. Yeah! Smoking snake in the smoking hole. Pull it out. The snake knows fire, but he missed. Alright, so I have 14. Alright, my melee attack still does more. Gary food a target 2 times, dealing 10 to 13 damage with each blow. That's really good. Gary will spawn a goblin grunt to assist you with the fight. Oh, that's cool. Reproduce. Hey, yeah! Is that Gary's Gary food noise? That's amazing. You really smoked that snake. I mean, you didn't smoke it like you smoke a churro, but you just smoked it figuratively. 10 XP, 37 meat, another coal snake skin. Nice. What we got here? Cache of mining supplies. Smelling salts and sulfur match. Designed to disgust people to being more awake, this item is used in combat. Gives you 1 additional action point when used in combat. Gotta match your face and the face of somebody who owns at least one matchstick. Deals 1 hot damage and ignites flammable things. Interesting. This den is full of snake eggs. Pull them out. What do we got here? Somebody left their pick here. Pick it up. Hey, I got a pickaxe. Hey, I don't have to spend like 1,000 meat on it. It's an exposed meat thing. Pickaxe. You pick away at the exposed meat deposit. You got an item. Unrefined meat nugget. 37 meat and 5 XP. Mind-splaining. Yeah, for the win. Alright, in that case, let's attack this snake then. Oh, it's just a bunch of eggs. Okay, well, they all have 1 XP. Well, in that case, I'm gonna beef up just in case. I feel like they're just gonna hatch. Or we kill them all and the mom shows up. Alright, Gary. Let's try reproduce. Okay, that's a little disturbing. Alright, let's see. 19 health each. So let's go ahead and start hitting things. Wow. Gary, you attack that one. I love it. I might end up turning up the combat speed up a little bit. But for now, I want to enjoy this. Gary is pretty powerful with this reproduce. If we can get him like more skills, that'd be pretty cool. Alright, we'll let the grunt take care of that. And we'll go for the others. Good job. Get him. Alright, 30 XP and 52 meat. Nice work dispatching those snakes. Not enough skin on any of them to be worth collecting though. What kind of walk is this? It's a pile of loose boards. Indeed it is. Okay, well, let's see. Exposed meat vein. 29 meat, unrefined meat nugget. Just sell it. I wonder what way there is to like refine it. Maybe if you like took Pete along with you. Well, we're near Cavern Canyon, and there's Fort Cowardice up there. Let's go to Fort Cowardice. We need to get the saltpeter anyway. You find a crate of supplies bound for a nearby army fort. Looks like it fell off the wagon, or the driver fell off the wagon and was too drunk to strap it down. In any case, it looks like it got knocked open by the fall. See what's inside. Ooh, a silver bullet. You fish through the crate and help yourself to its military contents. It's not like those army cowards have any use for it. Back east in their coward hidey holes. Oh, we got smelling salts, a full canteen. Puts out fires. And we got a silver bullet too. Deals extra damage against cows and undead. So cows are basically werewolves in this case. Well, then again, silver was generally used against more supernatural types. Kinda makes me think of my Monster Hunter books. This fort is very quiet being. I thought goblins here. It does sound abandoned. Might as well have a look though. Oh, there are some cannon. Just like the old saying goes, when life gives you cannons, make a cannonade. When do we ever say that though? Fort Cowardice. Well, Gary, what do you say? Hey, goblins. Goblins here somewhere. Really? How can you tell? How you can't? Well, I'll let you know if I find any. You climb up the watchtower and take a look. Nice view from up here. Use my binoculars. You discover a new map location, Coal Ridge Mine. You can just barely make out the entrance to a nearby mine. You climb down for the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. Keep Fort Cowardice beautiful. Oh, so they're one-time use. Okay. They are disposable, yeah. Administration, mess hall. Well, let's see. This cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personnel records in the back of one drawer. Examine them. They are incredibly boring. No, really, I want details. Fine, you read one. Walter Reed, clerk. Pay grade C2, 922. Deceased, missed days, 25. Accurate sick. Satisfied? No, another. Rebecca LeBlanc. Good conduct medal. Charles Stern. Becky Smith. Major Erza Wolf II. First Lieutenant Rowena Hubbard. Patricia Smith. Walter Reed. Now you're just looking at the same ones you've read before. What is wrong with you? I can't get enough. Is it the same ones? Is something changing? Alright. Patricia Smith, C5 Secretary, 1263. Let's see if it is actually the same. Okay, it is. Fine, I'll take your word for it. This was once a reception desk, but now the most appropriate thing for it to receive would be a free trip to the dump. What do we got? Looks like there's some good mess left. Take it. You got military-grade whiskey and hardtack. Special kind of government whiskey designed for soldiers in the field, fortified with all sorts of vitamins and things that can be used in a pinch to sterilize, or at least make the victim feel better about a battle wound. Cracker is definitely optimized for shelf life instead of taste. Increase your armor by 5 for the rest of the day. Not bad. Blech. What do we got back here? Stove is beyond cleaning. Spice rack. You got an item. Shaker of saltpeter. This was subject of a classic comedy bit at the Last Supper. Little green unlabeled. Hopefully this stuff was what the chef was looking for. Cupboard is bare. It's also not really a cupboard. In general, this is a door. More specifically, it's the door to the general's office. Even more specifically, it's the locked door to the general's office. Pick the lock. What the hell? Okay. Okay, he's not friendly. Maybe. Probably shouldn't try to open this pie. Save a lot of goblins shooting at it. Okay. Hi. The goblin seated at the desk is repeatedly firing his pistol at that pie safe. Get their attention? Leave them to them. Let's get their attention. Say, what you are doing. Shooting pies. Always. Always shooting pies. Could you elaborating on that? Why shooting a pie? Yes. To destroying, obviously. Must to destroying a terrible pie. What is wrong with a pie? Bah, a human will never understand. Leave them alone. Yeah, let's ask again then. No, really, why a pie shooting? Shut up, so much angry. Keep trying. Looking, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed. Destroy, huh? Look, so many holes in pie safe. You winning, a pie is dead. You certain being? Waiting here, I will checking. You peek through the bullet holes. Yep, that pie is shot to hell. Easy now. Hooray, you are success. A pie is so very destroyed being. I doing it? So much doing it. But now what? Huh? What I shooting now? I guess you finding another pie? What? There more pies being? Yes, a world is full of pies. Oh no, this violencing will never ending. Sorry being, not wishing to enabling this behavior. No, this is my cross-bearing. I must going and continuing the fight. Okay. Thanking you. Okay, I wishing you good luck against the forces of pie. Intimidate them, salute them. Why would I intimidate them? Wait, leaving a hat here. It will not safe being. Yes, good. You protecting a hat for me. You got General Gobb's hat. General Gobb strides out the door, jaw clenched, eyes resolute with pie hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now. Wait, I got a new hat? The General's hat contains some old memories of violence, and most recently memories of violence against spies specifically. +2 muscle. Oh, it's a direct upgrade to mine, but mine also has moxie. But I have some snakeskin, so I can add that. There we go. I look good in a general's cap. Oh, that was the same building. You hear the sounds of several goblins storing inside tent. Not bothering, letting them sleep. Okay. Okay. What we got here? This guy is soaked with blood. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across its surface, you're guessing this desk belonged to the Fort Cowardice nurse. Look at the papers. The papers are mostly just boring medical records, dental daguerreotypes, lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, that kind of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? This looks like it might be important. You got marching orders. This is a set of army marching orders from before all of the army's marching orders were marched back east just as fast as your lily-livered, yellow-bellied feet can go, you damnable cowards. Look at the diagrams. They're just a bunch of disgusting drawings of sliced open bodies. Okay then. Shelf has some unlooted medical supplies on it. Render them looted. Bolsters supply of medical goods at the expense of the shelves. 2 army field kits and military-grade whiskey. Only contains materials for treating physical trauma. For the mental kind, you're better off sticking to whiskey. Restore 10 HP. Oh, I need safe cracking. This safe is labeled controlled substances. This must be where they store the really effective stuff. I need safe cracking. How do I get that? The sign says toilet in Goblin, which makes it seem pretty likely that goblins use this tent as a toilet. But no way are you gonna go in there. The sign has a goblin word for toilet on it. Yikes, this mishap definitely got someone fired. Funny. It's an unusually sized cannonball. What's unusual about it? Take it. Oof, it's heavy. You got an item, demi-culverin cannonball. Cannonball is made fit to a demi-culverin, a cannon with a bore diameter of 10 centimeters, no demi less, no demi more. Interesting. Well, there's the railroad camp, there's Coleridge, Big Apple's all the way there, and Silver Platter. Let's see. We've got marching orders. Read them. This is a set of marching orders directing a rifle division to Fort Alldead, forting far to the north of Dirtwater. Fort Alldead? Treacherous Terry up there. Fella ought to be careful. Will do. God, I have so many questions right now. Alright, I think I've gotten everything I got out of here except for the safe. Well, I mean, I found them, but they aren't really talkative, and General Gob has gone off in his quest to destroy pies. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's wander a little more. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and a broken pair of spectacles. Looks like a family of especially literate homesteaders met an untimely end here. Tragic. Look for the wreckage. Ooh! You pore over the detritus and manage to find exactly one book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Advanced Cowpunching, Volume 157. Single volume. Nice. Awesome. I would like to use that immediately. Let's see what we get. Chapter about rubbing your skin. Haymaker. There's a really interesting article about punching people so hard they stop moving. Gives Haymaker a combat skill that deals damage and briefly stuns an enemy. Ooh, I love stuns. There's a chapter written by a guy who survived 17 different near-fatal gorings. He really learned a lot about getting gored. Gives gore a skill that lets you attack an entire row of enemies. Ooh. Oh, I love stun moves, but AoE would be nice. I'm gonna go with AoE. You read all the book's inconvenient truths about goring. You've spent enough time in the triangular area where 2 trails merge to know how to most efficiently hurt a whole row of things. AP cost 2, base damage 5. Unfortunately, you accidentally gored the book into bits while practicing what you've learned. Crap. Well then. You happen to cross an abandoned crate which apparently fell off a wagon or something since the lid has been knocked loose. You know what that means. It's mine! All mine! You fish through the crate and help yourself to the contents, which appears to be mining gear. So you were even more right than you knew. A can of kerosene. Surprising how many obstacles can be overcome simply by covering them with gas and setting them on fire. Cool. Well, if that's the case, let's head back to Dirtwater. Turn in some stuff. Because we do have saltpeter that we can turn in. I need to sort out my inventory. Oh, that's nice. Food, other stuff. I still have the walking stupid book. Let's read that. Oh, I could have sold it. Ah, that was 150 meat right there that I just wasted. I was thinking, like, why didn't I read this? And it's like, oh yeah, I have the option, so I didn't read it. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. 5-7. Actually, this pickaxe does a little better. Switch that out. Oh yeah, the cook's back in there. Oh yeah, there's the poker room here too. You know what? We could give it a shot. Have you got the saltpeter yet? Yep, got it right here. That's the stuff. Thanks. Okay, next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called murder pepper. Because it's really spicy. Because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask dumb questions. They grow in the area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around a while. Okay. Well, let's see. I have 76 unspent. I could get glamour. I would like to get grit for the buff. Although having these would be nice. And saving up for lockpicking expertise would be nice too. Well, at the next level, I will be able to... It won't increase my pain. But I will be able to if I do now. So, there we go. I can go insult myself one more time. Level myself up so I can insult myself to have better stats. Yeah. Alright. Oops. Okay, so there are 2 doors. Alright, let's see. Rules. Rules of poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. 4s are wilds and 2 of clubs are double wild. Any players who draw 4 10s must add 8 meat to the pot. Cross-side jacks are wild and aces of hearts are double wild. 2 9s of spades must be replaced with a pair of kings. Okay. Table's full up. No room at this table. There's an empty seat here. Play poker. You sit down at the poker table. A dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. The lady to your right introduces herself as Nora, and the player to your left says his name is Clint. Dealer tells you that the ante is 20 meat. Ante up. Nora and Clint toss in 20 meat each. You lose 20 meat. Dealer gives the deck a shuffle and then deals. Hand of cards glides across the table to you. It's a really great hand. Pair of deuces and a one-armed queen. It's the first round. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning is at around 40%. Forcefully raise. Check. Plus 10% win. Gumptiously strategize. Let's check. You sigh deeply and check. 10% win chance. Nora scowls and raises. I call you. It's the second round of betting. The pot is 120 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 50%. Ooh, I can increase, cleverly raise, glamorously strategize. I'll cleverly raise you. You give your cards a wry, appraising look, then raise by 20 meat. It's the last round of betting. Time to do or die. The pot is 180 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 50. Cleverly strategize. Check it. Nora squints at you for a moment, then checks. Clint glares at you and checks. You force your opponents to read them and weep. A full house. Nora smiles broadly and reveals her cards. A full house. Oh, damn. That's a shame. Thought I had him. Alright. I'm not really one for poker, but it was fun. Alright, let's wander around, see what we can find. You see a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. You ride to the side of the impact and find a meteor. Go after it with your pickaxe. Holy crap. Oh, who cares about poker? I'm gonna be a miner. You pull out your pick and make short work and small rocks of the meteor. You gain 1,542 meat and stardust. What can I do with stardust? Handful of sparkling space powder increases your muscle and mysticality and moxie by 5 for the rest of the day. Ooh. Unfortunately, your pick melts from the heat of the meteor. The heatior. Ah, well, that's a shame. I lost my pickaxe, but it was for a good cause. You catch a whiff of something that makes your eye waters. You trace it to the source. A vividly colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southeast western murder pepper that the fella at the jewel was looking for. Grab it. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. You toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. Incredibly spiced pepper grows only in a narrow region of the west. Hot. Alright, well if that's the case, we got the pepper. Might as well hand it back into the chef while we're here. Oh, that's the wrong route. I got the pepper. Here it is. Ah, nice big one. That'll last a while. Good going. Okay, so if you're still looking for stuff to do, I need someone to go check my mail. I ordered a new saute knife, but I haven't gotten time to go fetch it myself. Here's the key to my post office box. Pol Box 441. Sponsored by LTNT. Alright, sure, I'll be your little errand boy, if you keep giving me stuff. I should check the mercantile stop. You find the P.O. Box 441 that belongs to the chef at the jewel. Open it up. A torrent of junk mail falls out to reveal a knife just sitting loose in the box. You pick it up. Saute knife. Even though you're holding it, you're pretty sure there's no such thing as a saute knife. Anyway, it's too thin to use as a weapon, so it's not even worth stealing. I was thinking that. Back to the chef. Nothing for me. Well, before I go, let's check. I got a lot. I was wondering why there was just random tools in here that you could buy. It's probably to like replace it when they like get destroyed. Slide my way across into the kitchen. Got my knife? Yep, here you go. Excellent. This will work a lot better than the hammer I was using. Okay, I only need one more favor from you, but it's the most important. I used to have this recipe for a very secret jerk sauce, but my jerk friend Dave J stole it from me, and then he died and took the secret to his grave. Literally, I mean he was buried with it. You want me to dig up his grave? He's dead. He won't mind. Where's he buried? In the Dave yard, naturally. The Dave yard? Dave yard? Hold on. What? The Dave yard. Is this a graveyard full of Daves? You happen across an abandoned crate. You know what that means? Can of oil. Lubricant or a lubricant, both in a sense, because it's a can of lubricant. I wonder what I'm going to be able to do with it. Oh, there you go. Here lies Dave B. Died with his boots on, but not his pants. Okay. Dig up the grave. You dig up the grave just to check the veracity of the epitaph. Sure enough, boots, but no pants. Brown boots. Aside from the light dusting of what looks like blue chalk, these boots are remarkably well preserved for having spent so much time in the grave. Plus 1 maximum AP. Come to think of it, I am wandering around with, like, what? Yeah, I don't have any pants. I'm just wandering around with boots now. Ooh, spooky. All these dead men's looking at. What do goblins do with their dead? Popping them. Popping to make new goblins. Never dying, sort of. I see. These remains look pretty restless. Put them down for good. Haha, you whiffed. Wait a minute. What is this? Melee attack. Do I not have a weapon? Do I not have a melee weapon attached? Oh, because I had a pickaxe and then it broke. Okay, well, let's try goring. Actually, no, let's not. We'll just beef up, and we'll hit it. Alright, you got skull chips. Some itty bitty bits of skull. Once they were good for keeping somebody's brain salsa inside, but not anymore. Alright, if that's the case, I'm gonna need to re-equip a sword here. Here lies Dave C, 1828 to 1884, went down in a theater. Here lies Dave J, 1826 to 1884. Dig up the grave. You dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag? Strange. Reach inside. You reach into the garbage bag and are surprised to find that it's full of pudding? No, it's not just pudding. It's pudding and motor oil. Who would do this? Keep digging. You finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve a sodden lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off and wash your arm in a nearby ditch. This better be worth it. Dave's secret sauce recipe. Just combine these ingredients in a small pot, stir, and abracadabra, rap-pa-pa-pow. Okay. Well, let's take a look at it. Nothing to it. Let's take a look around here. These remains look pretty restless. Put them down for good. Aha! Gary is too powerful for you. I'm just gonna beat on you here. You are no match for the Gary food. 10 XP and a gold teeth. So I guess I could sell these if I had enough. I wonder if there's a way just to farm. You could probably farm stuff up if you wander around. Here lies Dave L, 1790, 1851. Died of a heart attack. See you in negative 36 years. Oh, looks like a gravedigger left his lunchbox here. Oh boy, free lunch. Vienna blood sausages. Can of stubby sausages made mostly of blood, and then syrup that is made mostly of blood. Get an item, thermos of spiked coffee. When you work deep underground, it's hard to keep track of whether it's the appropriate time to drink whiskey or the appropriate time to drink coffee. Eventually, you just stop trying. And apparently there was no such thing. Here lies Dave G, 1847 to 1884. He was looking to the sky to save him, but even the sky can't save a fella from like 40 angry bears. What do you do to upset 40 angry bears? These bones are jumping around to beat the dickens. We'll beat the dickens out of them. Whoa. Aha, no effect. Your magic failed you. Take that. You got a skeleton bone. You don't have a bone to pick, but you do have a bone. Hooray. Check the bones for dickens. Nope, you beat them all out. Here lies Dave D, 1848 to 1884. The truth was out there. It killed him. Here lies Dave G, 1860, 1884. Murdered by a different feller named Dave G. It really is the Dave graveyard. No wonder they call it the Dave yard. It's a pile of bones that isn't moving around for a change. Dig through it. It's mostly just boring, broken bones, but you do find a skull with a weird tag on it. You got an item. Skull with an odd tag. Skull has a little paper inner cemetery loan on one side and some notes on the other. Wait, I have new options. Oh, it's because of the stupid walking. I'm still a little upset about that. I should have sold it. I could have gotten more money. But I did get that Meteor with the mining, so I suppose it all worked out. There it is. Examine it. The tag on the skull has a serial number, and it says it was borrowed from the submission catacombs on February 19th, 1886. Geez, this thing is really late. The back of the tag has the catacombs address on it. We found the old mission. Skulls. Check them out. Yeah, I'll go check out that area later. What's this? Nothing here. Nothing here. It's one of those things they have in mausoleums. You know, one of those big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Open one, open a whole bunch. Leave them be. Let's explore a bit. Oh. Some kind of ritual circle drawn on the ground in red chalk. It's a big stone sarcophagus. How's this? It's a pile of mostly burnt rags that maybe used to be a person. Investigate. You dig through the rags and find a few things that look like they're worth keeping. You got a gore-splattered scroll and human ashes and a rope receipt. Scroll is almost too covered in blood and viscera to read. Lucky for you that you've gotten all the practice reading inside of a dog. This is a human in the final stages of whole ashes to ashes thing. Well, part of one at least. Human gets harder to keep track of when it's in powder form. This is a receipt for delivery of 150 black silk roads. Sounds pretty ominous. Let's examine this. It's time you start gathering clues about the whole Bulletin dead situation that's going on around these parts. You grab a notebook and a paperclip the receipt to the first page. You got an item, Necromancer Journal. I should check this out. Collection of clues you've acquired in search of the Necromancer's home base. Let's read it. So we found a receipt. Looking at it more closely, you see that it's a surcharge for delivery past Boulder Pass. That means the Necromancer's lair is definitely west of the mountains. Good to know. Progress. That's everything so far. We also have human ashes. Scatter them, leave them alone for now. It's their cremated earthly remains of a person. Someday they'll refer to these as cremains, but you will not approve. Leave them alone for now. Gore-spattered scroll. Read it. You scrape the largest of the giblets off the scroll and read it. It says to take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person inside a red chalk ritual circle, then sprinkle them with stardust and place a mostly perfect, or better, glass spear where the heart would be. Anyway, that's the gist of it. The actual text has a lot more D's and thous and such as like that. Plus, there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Well, I have stardust. I don't have this glass orb unless I can use a cannonball. Perform the ritual. Let's see. According to the Growth Scroll, you need human ashes, some stardust, and a glass spear if you want to do this ritual. You dig through all your stuff, but you don't find any glass spears. Nuts. Oh well. Well, I'll come back here. Now let's check this out. Open a whole bunch. Yeah, that is a lot of it. And they're really putting the beating on Gary, though. Alright. And they're not all in a row. Alright, we'll take out the one with the weapon. Alright, we'll take out the caster next. Whoa. And get him. Get him. Alright, you got skull chips and a gold tooth. Oh, can I do it again? Let's open one. So I guess this is a way. So I guess this answers my question. I can farm for items and stuff. Yeah. And these, like, WoW are cheap. If I had a good enough number, I could sell it and make a decent amount of meat back. You know, it's not bad. I will have to keep this in mind if I just want to go farming for stuff. Cool. Well, let's head back to Dirtwater. We'll wander one more time, and then we'll head back. At the side of the trail, you see a small hell cow. A hell calf, really. Snorts a patch of brush and lighting it on fire, then starts grazing. Punch it in the snout and establish superiority. You belong to me, cow. This is our territory. Get out of here. You run up to the hell calf and punch it right in the snout. It squeals in surprise and runs away with a nosebleed, leaving you to quickly get said blood off your fist before your fist is off. You got cow's blood. There's some blood from a demon cow. It pulses and scintillizes and bubbles as if it's still alive, although I guess the bubbling would be kind of a problem if it were alive. Increase your muscle by 11 and your maximum HP by 25 for the rest of the day, but you shouldn't drink it. Nice. Well, I punched the baby hell cow. Let's head back to Dirtwater. You come across a horse trying fruitlessly to figure out how to use a pair of binoculars. Those aren't for you, buddy. The horse reluctantly agrees and trots off, leaving the binoculars behind. Grab them. Sure. Awesome. Alright. Let's see what we finally get from the kitchen. Got that recipe? Yeah, I got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. Fell in the slop, but it's still good. Sloppy cowboy hat. +3 muscle. Cowboy hats are rugged and durable, but ruggedness and durability only go so far in the case of catastrophic culinary carelessness. All in a day's work. Is that better? Actually, I think it might be better than my hat. +2 muscle. Oh, it's got the snake skin. But this is a direct upgrade. Alright, I guess we'll go with the slop hat. Oh god, this walk. Alright, let's see. I could take up intimidating. I am tempted to level up lockpicking expertise, but then again, since there's that farming thing there now, I might be tempted to do that. I have to think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll probably go back there and farm more maybe, but for now, that's pretty much going to be it for this episode of West of Loathing. So anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of West of Loathing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.